is my brother was in Kosovo, in my country, which all three of us were born and lived there. We're U.S. citizens, by the way, but he was brought by the FBI back to the U.S. and they paid his apartment to stay in there, and they paid for his computer, all that stuff. These are in court filings, you know, they admit this, and they were trying to build a case around him. They even asked him if he worked with them for a plea agreement, he'll only get 15 years. He was just sentenced on Friday for 45 years, and they were saying the reason he went to Kosovo is to start train terrorist groups and all this terrorism bullshit that you hear. And it's a conspiracy. He was charged for conspiracy, but they never proved that a conspiracy exists. So they turned and they said they were basically attacking him on his ideology, you know. And my brother, 23 years he lived, he was good, he plays soccer, he plays the guitar, you know, he worked for like 2 jobs, he went to school, college, all this, and then they're saying there was something that flicked in his head and he's a terrorist, you know. My brother is still there, he's not a terrorist, but they were just trying to set him up, and once you get labeled a terrorist in America, that's it. Yep, that's it, people don't want to hear from you. So the thing is, back in the day, it was American Indians that were oppressed, and then it was Asians, and then you go look recently blacks, and now it's unfortunately well, I don't say we as in the Muslim people, you know. It's not war on terror, it's the war on Islam, and there's more than 600
as well as class warfare as well.
Class warfare too. That's another ordeal. But,
I'm
just speaking specifically on my experience, because I was ignorant to facts like this because it didn't affect me, but till it affected my family, that's when I was aware. So I just want people to be aware of it before it happens to them. It's too late, you know. Because if I would have knew about this, you know, I would have definitely helped out. But I mean, I was ignorant until.
I mean, our own government here has even implemented cases, HR 1867, which is also known as the National Defense Authorization.
Oh yeah, totally.
The NDAA, which has put a boardwalk down, which allows the U.S. military, if they so feel, like at any point right now, we can get picked up because we are believed to be a domestic terrorist or a threat of national security. It's not in full effect where it's martial law now, but what I'm saying is that they have the steps in place to now be like, okay, well at any point we can say it's martial law and it's over, you know. And you're right, once you're deemed a national threat or an enemy of the states, of the United States, good luck. You know, good luck. I mean, so
we've covered that.
Yeah, I mean, we do.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
Sorry. I'll keep going.
We'll begin in 5 minutes.
We'll begin in 5 minutes.
On the lawn over there.
On the lawn over there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Over there. Over there.
All right. So I think she still had something to say.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Gecko, by the way. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's all right, man.
I was going to say that the
1867
government
suspension
saying that there's terrorists everywhere. Well, basically what they're doing is creating that just to show to the public that they're fighting a war. They're putting fear in there and saying, these are the terrorists that we're from Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where we live in. And they're saying, and there's a jihad group in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's in, you know, it's your neighbors. And like 3 of the guys were like white American guys that got arrested. So they're just saying, you know, it could be anybody. It could be the guy next door. So they're putting fear, and then it's like no evidence at all.
Circumstantial.
Yeah.
So basically is what I'm trying to say is the government is targeting anybody and everybody. If they label you as a terrorist, that's it. That's what I was trying to say. And specifically to this case, if you guys stayed at the locker room, not the locker room, excuse me, if you stayed at the courtroom, you would know it's bullshit. One of the guys was convicted because he wrote a Facebook rap when he was like 17 years old. So the fact that they took Facebook and they would only show what he posted on one occasion and use that against him to incriminate him is just crazy. He had other statements where he was like, I'm not a terrorist, I don't support this, I don't condemn this, but they would not use this.
And his mom is actually here too.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so
she has a poster of him too.
Okay.
Well, I was trying to say my brother Houston Sharif is innocent, as well as the other guys, as Omar, Zia. You know, there's a lot of.
I mentioned there's 600 cases that's going on in the United States that we know of right now.
Yeah.
And all the same like this: conspiracy, thought crimes, ridiculous crimes.
What I'm trying to say is, like, if I go rob a bank right now, I would get say 8 years, 7, 6. I don't have a criminal record, so they let me off 5 to 7. Well, I know somebody who got off for 3, but my brother didn't commit one crime. Nobody was hurt. He got 45 years. How is that justice? That's injustice at its finest.
It's not justice.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he got charged.
To quote MLK, Martin Luther King.
You know what justice really means? When you say justice, just us.
Just
us going through, you know.
What I want to say is MLK quote is what was the quote?
Injustice everywhere is a threat to justice anywhere. So just because you guys may not have to deal with the situation we're in, the government and people in power slowly and surely chipping up our freedoms. And right now, with my brother's freedom of speech and freedom of belief, we all have the rights to believe, but just because his belief just so happened to be in Islam, and right now we have a war on 2 Islamic states, so he cannot have a right to learn about Islam, and they see you going to a mosque and learning about it, you are already a target. And that's basically what happened to my brother. He didn't harm anybody, like my brother and sister said.
No violence at all committed. He had 2 gun charges because the FBI informant invited him to go shoot in outside like a shooting place, which in North Carolina, North Carolina, Southern people, that's what they do. And like, you will never, if I go or like if you go, you won't get charged for anything. But he got charged 2 counts of gun. He doesn't even know how to use a gun.
So you're just out in the shooting range.
Yeah, and he got charged for that.
The FBI informant invited him, so it's like me being an FBI informant telling you, let's go, you know,
it's
shoot.
Called entrapment.
Yeah, that's entrapment. You know, there's a lot of Muslim men, especially being entrapped all over U.S. And specifically to my brother's case, you know, he was going back to my country to visit us because he had a baby on the way, and he never got to meet her because he was arrested, unfortunately, and she's 2 years old right now, a daughter, Sumaya Sharisi. But
and he's still yet to see her. He has a wife in Kosovo, and we're trying to get them here, but you know, he hasn't seen her, just pictures of her. And
yeah, that's crazy.
So 45 years for something you didn't do, the government said you did.
And we need support, and we need awareness, and we need people to talk about this, because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. You label somebody a terrorist that didn't do any harm. You don't know, you don't define the word terrorism, and you say people have conspired and they made pacts, which you never showed, and they didn't have any hardcore proof, hard facts. They were just implying. And it was evident when you stand there that they were just kind of making up facts, and they're like, this is what this means, and this is what they were planning to do. You cannot
like
tell
marriage.
somebody what they were planning to do.
I want to tell you specifically, I was there at the court, and this is how the prosecutors started their case. They said, quote, this is not a war on Islam. This is not a trial about Islam. But let me tell you something about Islam. The rest of the case was talking about Islam in great depth, and as Muslims, you know, it'll take you a whole lifetime to understand it. You know, I don't know a lot about it. You know, the average Muslim doesn't. You know, they always try to learn it. So for the government to categorize Islam in 3 weeks and say, you know, these are Islamic people, this is what you see on TV every day, these are your worst nightmares, it's just crazy.
Disheartening, right?
Yeah.
Just, yeah, I know, that's exactly how I feel about it too.
Yeah, and if you look at us, we're supposedly now a brother and sister of a terrorist, and it's like, really? Do we look like, I mean, you tell me, how do I look? Do I look like a terrorist?
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
you know?
Might as well walk around saying I'm a terrorist.
Yeah, might as well. I think I have a picture of my brother, but I don't know if your camera could catch it.
Yeah, I always tell people, like, I mean, who are you more afraid of breaking into your house, like the terrorist or Homeland Security?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because realistically, like, if you really, you know, study into that stuff, it's
yeah,
like,
if you look like at the cases, you know, it's like, you know, there's maybe like a couple that actually happen, but the majority is like FBI, you know, setting things up.
Yeah, agent provocateurs.
Yeah. It's just trying to entrap them. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah, I got video.
I wish you guys luck. I mean, I hate just wishing people luck. Like, I'm really hoping for a major.
I'm not gonna spend 45 years of my life without my brother getting out of jail.
Exactly. Well, it was good meeting you guys.
Is there anywhere we could like contact you?
Yeah, we're
You said you have a
I'm gonna put this all up on YouTube.